afternoon, folks, and happy Tuesday. Hope everybody's week's gotten started off well so far. I am down here for the third day in a row. I was gonna film a little bit yesterday, and then I got kind of in a hurry and I forgot my camera, but I got to looking at the weather app. I'll put that up there somewhere. Looks to me like we've got another 4 or 5 days of rain coming. At least it's pretty high percentage for a few days. I got in here and got this little area cleaned up yesterday, and I am going to try to get this little area cleaned up here, get my burn pile burned out. Maybe. It's really windy. It's pretty windy, so I'm not sure. But I'm going to try to get some more of this weed eating done, so at least it's not twice as grown in by the next time I come out. I also had to have my neighbor, I asked my neighbor if he would bring me up some dirt to fill in this trench. I'll show you a little video of that too. And so he came over yesterday and put in some more dirt, because I feel like we get more rain, it's just going to get worse. But anyway, day 63, we're gonna probably do a little bit of work today, and then I may finish day 63 the next time I get out here. But I'm gonna definitely work a couple of hours. The wind's been picking up. I think these storms are getting ready to try to start moving in. It looks like tomorrow it's gonna be like 95% chance of some thunderstorms. So here we go. Good evening, folks, and happy Friday. I hope everybody's made it through the week safely. It's definitely been a rough week for rain and thunderstorms and all kinds of bad weather everywhere. So I'm not going to complain too much that it's raining again. It looks like everybody's getting some storms this week. Last I checked, Arkansas and Oklahoma were getting hammered pretty good this evening. So Shane and Jamie, I hope you're all right up there. We definitely had our fair share of storms this week. Wednesday night definitely got pretty bad around here. There was actually an E2 tornado that touched down not too far from here. It definitely caused quite a bit of damage, but luckily I don't think anybody got too seriously hurt, so that was definitely a good thing. Unfortunately, not everybody got so lucky. There was definitely a huge tornado up north, F4, I believe. I believe they estimated somewhere around 60 miles of continuous damage. And unfortunately, not everybody made it through that storm. So my thoughts and prayers are definitely with those families who lost loved ones. It almost seemed like when I was out there on Tuesday, you could kind of feel the storms coming. It just seemed like it was really windy. There were a lot of kind of ominous clouds floating around. But then at the same time, when the wind would kind of calm down, it just kind of felt a little eerie. Kind of like when people talk about, you know, the calm before the storm. Well, the wind had died down a little bit, so I decided I was going to go ahead and fire that up, and it burned up pretty quick. Like, no major issues this time. I kind of made a little burn line, if you will. But I've been needing to get that burned off for a little while. So still got quite a bit of weed eating to do. That's if I don't get back to the trails. I'm gonna show you this hole over here that the neighbor kind of filled in for me. It's actually dried up a little bit, but we got probably more rain coming tonight. This turned into a soupy mess right in here. So well, I guess we'll figure out what happens once some more rain comes in, but I feel like I'm gonna have to probably borrow a tractor for the weekend or something. I did get the rest of this covered back up. I probably need to bring in a little bit more dirt for it, but again, gonna kind of see what this weather system does over the next couple of days. I'm hoping it's not near as bad as it was last week, because that was a lot of rain. I'm pretty sure I said that we got a lot of rain about 75 times on my last video. I did get Bigfoot set back up. I got him out of my wheelbarrow. I'm glad my wheelbarrow went back to its original shape, because that heavy sucker definitely put a dent in it. This is pretty much gone. That one there is almost gone. I just about got this weed eating done. Here we go. I kind of said it in that last clip, but I believe I'm going to have to refill that gap where the electrical line's coming in again the next time I get down there, especially if it keeps raining like it's supposed to. I don't think that I'm exaggerating when I say that I believe we have had rain. I believe 9 out of the last 14 days. So we have definitely gotten plenty of rain, and I'm not going to lie. At this point in time, I was tired of running this weed eater. I think I had basically calculated somewhere in the ballpark of 8 hours I spent weed eating out here. And for some reason, I decided to save the worst for last. Down here around all these trees with all these vines that decided it wanted to fight me every inch of the way, folks. And yeah, I had to cut down that tree limb. Once I actually did get finished, I had to stop and look around and scratch my head, because I was almost convinced that I really wasn't finished yet. Well, folks, I've learned at least 2 things today, at least that I can remember. One, don't come down here to weed eat without your headphones. I did that yesterday, and let me tell you, listening to that weed ear for about 5 hours will drive you absolutely insane. The other thing that I learned is that I think a good part of this bottom half, I can actually get my mower in here and mow it. I think a good part of that I can actually mow. I'm really hoping to get to that same situation up here in the rest of this. And I did notice that when I was weed eating, I am kind of breaking down a lot of them smaller sticks from the from when they came in with the mulcher. But that's kind of, I'd love to get to the point where I can get my mower out here, get my zero turn out here and just mow this up. It'd take probably an hour and a half rather than about 6 hours. But anyway, I'm babbling on. I don't think I'm going to get to the trails today. It's already about 5:30. I got this little area left to do. We'll kind of see where we're at when we get to that point, but I'm kind of ready to go home. I'm getting hungry. And I think it's going to rain tomorrow, but I got I'd say 95% of this front end, this opened up area, completely done. So that's a big plus, and hopefully we won't get near as much rain as they say. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to finish this up. We'll check in before I go. Appreciate it. All right, well, I would say that at least that first round of weed eating is done for the year. I'm kind of hoping to stay on top of it. I might try to bring my push mower down here and see how well it does in some of these areas. I did notice that the trees I cleared all the vines off of in a few months back, they're staying pretty cleaned up. I still got to get in here and get these other trees. I got all these vines all over them, but I think once I actually do that, it'll be a lot easier to get in here with, even if my push mower could do it. I would rather do it with my push mower than the weed eat this whole thing. But that right there is I don't know, probably one of the first areas I'll attack next time I get over here on this side. Now that I've got that burn pile burned out, I can kind of start stacking some stuff back in there and just keep burning it out. I did notice that that area right there was pretty it's pretty scorched, and like it was easy to rake, so I'm kind of hoping that stays the case too, is that in some of these areas where I burned, kind of got some of that root system out of there. Anyway, I'm babbling on. I hope everybody has themselves a great week. I'm not sure when I'll get this video up, but we get all the rain that they're talking about, I'm probably not going to be down here this weekend. So anyway, I appreciate you tuning in. Day 63. We'll catch y'all next time.